I think anybody in the position that I'm in has seen a dramatic change in their role. I think in most cases, I would hope it would be a positive, where you become a much tighter part of the overall business organization. And you're not the marketing organization, but you're the business line that is marketing. And you're seen as a critical dependency for your business lines to succeed. I'm being held to much tighter budget constraints. I'm being held to very specific KPIs, ROI. Everything that we do needs to be measurable. We need to be able to show a tangible effect and result on the business. We want to build our brand, but not for the sake of building our brand, but we want to do that for the sake of driving our business. And so, you know, the economic times that we've faced over the last few years have brought a sense of reality. And I think a sense of focus to a lot of us, in the sense of getting down to what really matters. Yeah, so multi-channel, what does it mean to me and how has it evolved? And without any doubt whatsoever, you can't avoid the mandate for multi-channel. And I would say it means several different things from several different angles. Number one, at the heart of it, it's about providing your customers or your prospects with the information that they want, in the form that they want it, at the time that they want it, and in all facets possible for how they want to interact with you. It also, it really, in a true multi-channel sense, it allows you, if you do it right, to take a customer from a transactional sort of a relationship to a longer-term nurtured relationship. And so being able to utilize all of the mediums or the channels that are available to us today, and those that might be there in the future, allows you to broaden the relationship that you have with the customer, make it deeper, ultimately deliver a more solid relationship, which is a more solid customer base, which is a more solid revenue base, which is ultimately where we need to go as marketers. I wish I could predict a year or two from now in terms of where it's headed, because I'd probably be out, you know, spending more time in the stock market. I think the way things are changing and how rapidly they're changing right now, it's difficult to see beyond 6 or 12 months. I'll give you an example. 6 or 8 months ago, a QR code was something that was fairly narrow. You know, you were probably a tech-oriented person if you knew what it was, and you most likely didn't have a QR code reader on your smartphone. Today, right now, I bet that 25, 30, 40% of the people that are walking up and down the street have engaged with the QR code, have a reader on their smartphone, and are potentially interacting with a business in some way, shape, or form as a result of that. So a year ago, would you have said, okay, where's that multi-channel mandate going? Well, it's going to go to a 2D barcode that's going to be accessed through your smartphone, and it's going to allow you to have a completely new relationship with your customer. And so the point is, it's impossible to forecast the future with the speed at which things are changing right now. What we need to do as marketers is we need to keep our eyes open, we need to keep our ears open, and in no way can we possibly assume that we know everything that's going on within our potential customer base, whether it's a new trend that's emerging that we haven't really been exposed to yet, or it's a new opportunity or a new medium or new channel that we can engage our customers with. So I would say where it's going is where our customers and where the market takes it. And for that, you need to be very astute and you need to be very perceptive in terms of how things are evolving. So it's not a great answer, but unfortunately, I think anybody that tells you, I know exactly what's going to happen in 12 months, I think is probably a little short-sighted, maybe narrow-minded. I think where companies may be missing the mark is that they're not talking to their customers enough. They're not getting their feedback. They're not understanding what it is that they want and when they want it. They're assuming in too many cases. In too many cases, I think in marketing organizations, we talk about the voice of the customer, but we assume that we know the voice of the customer, or our peer group or our staff knows what the voice of the customer is. And that's a bad assumption. It's short-sighted. So I think missing the opportunity is not thinking broadly enough. It's not engaging your customers on a regular basis. And in fact, engaging your customers through multi-channel communications, because it's not, we do focus groups, we get in front of customers, but I think there's also the opportunity to use the multiple channels that we go to market with and try and engage them with to get their business, to also get their feedback. And in many cases, through those mediums, we're actually getting it. So, if you're out there and you're looking for who's talking about our company, Ricoh, in many cases, you're going to get the voice of the customer. And it's going to be through multiple channels. And it's going to be sometimes things that you don't want to hear. And so I think that's another way that you potentially miss the opportunity is by not really paying attention to what your customers might be saying, to pushing it off as, that's a small subset and that's not really an issue. I think lowering the ego from a company perspective and acknowledging the fact that if your customers are talking about you, whether it's positive or negative, as long as they're talking about you, you're in good shape, and then you take it from there. So.